Hello everybody, my name's Dan and today is Saturday, February the 1st, 2020. It's about 2:15 p.m. It is 62 degrees Fahrenheit with a wind chill of 62 degrees. The humidity is 29% and it's sunny. Okay, it's a little breezy out here. If you can hear that, I apologize. The information should still be good. But anyway, this video is for new beekeepers, and I'm going to show y'all how I put together my boxes. You may call them hive bodies or supers or what have you. You can pretty much do this any way that you want. This is what I like to do. Okay, the first thing, you want a good solid workstation. I've cut many a board on this tailgate. This right here, this is a piece of plywood. It's 3/4 of an inch in thickness, and it came like this. You can get this at either big box hardware store. Okay. Now here is a side or the front, okay, of a deep super. Okay. Now what you call it? Here they are put together. All right. Now what I recommend when putting together your boxes, I recommend that you glue them. Okay, this is Titebond 3. You can pretty much get it anywhere. Both big box hardware stores, the giant grocery chain, wherever. But this is Titebond 3 again, and it is waterproof and it works great. Okay, a lot of people don't agree with gluing your boxes or your hardware. They say that there's formaldehyde in the glue, and there probably is. You know, I agree with that. But the thing to remember is that the bees are going to propolize over everything. Okay, and the glue is going to make your boxes last so much longer and be so much stronger. Okay. Now, the type of screws that I like to use, I got these at the orange big box store, and these are made by Spax. Okay. And they're number 8s, and they're 2 inches long. And these are actually made to go into pressure treated lumber, so you know they're going to be good. Did I tell you they're deck screws? Anyway, they also have a coating on them. It's an HCR-X coating, whatever that means. But these screws will probably outlast your boxes. Okay. Now looking at this right here, the one thing to watch out for, okay, I've made a lot of mistakes and I'm going to go over a few of them that I've made with y'all. Okay, you see there aren't any pilot holes. There's right there and right there, there's a pilot hole. Okay, I put screws in every single one of these pilot holes on both sides. Okay, and what I do here is I drill my own pilot hole, and then I put a nail in it. And that's because I think a screw is too big and it would cause it to split. Now, if you look at this right here, this is your frame holder. And this is only about 3/8 of an inch in width. So there really isn't much holding this on, and they're prone to break off here. Okay. See the differences in diameter. Okay, pretty much use whatever you want. Alright. Now one thing I do when I'm putting together my boxes is you don't have to do this. I like to. It makes them really nice and tight and square. I use these wood clamps, okay? And I put 2 on there and I just crank them down to draw everything together. Okay, and once I have everything drawn together, I'll take this top part off, which is this. I'll pull it off, and then I'm left with these 2 open ends setting up on each side. And I'll go in here and I'll put my glue in. I'll go like this all the way down. Okay, and then especially right here, because that's where that flap that's prone to breaking attaches for the frame holders. Okay, Now once I have both sides done, I'll put this on, okay? And then I'll draw it back together, and I'll draw it tight, and then I'll back off my clamps, okay? Just want to relieve the pressure, and then I'll put them back on, but they'll just be firm. They won't be super tight. And the reason being is the screws that I put on this side, I start on the top. I want the screws to draw this plate into the grooves of the wood. All right, so it'll be tight this way, then the screws will make it tight this way. And now when you do this, okay, what I like about doing this is, you know, if you get your woodenware from a good manufacturer, your joints will be square, okay? This is a carpenter square. You can get them anywhere. Both big box hardware stores, the giant grocery chain, wherever. But that goes there, and you can see that this box is square. And I actually forget to use it half the time, and I check it after the fact. All right, now if you're really cool, you'll have one of these. I got this one at, I believe, the blue big box hardware store. So anyway, I got this because I was cutting 1x12s to make some boxes. And you can use this as a guide when you're cutting specific lengths. You just hold it there on a flat surface and then run your circular saw through here, and you'll have a straight edge every time. Okay, another thing that I like to do is I like to rough up the interior of the hive so that the bees will propolis over it. Well, so they'll put on more propolis. And in doing this, it's, in my opinion, it's mimicking a feral hive inside a tree, because they'll go in there and then they'll just propolis everything. And it actually, it's actually an antimicrobial layer of protection. Okay, now let me show you this first. Now this is what I used to do. Okay, I'll show you what I'm doing now. But these are just paddle bits. I have a set, and I put on my gloves. It's very important so you don't poke yourself. All right, and I just go down like this at an angle, all the way. Okay, then I flip it around. All right, all the way. Now turn it sideways. Now this is on a flat, sturdy surface with your gloves on. I go like this all the way down. Make as many as you want, and then I go this way. Okay. Now this is what this is going to look like, the propolis. Okay. Oh man, I love the way that smells. I just can't get enough of it. Every time I pick up one of these boxes, I have to smell it. But let me see if you can see in there. That's all propolized. Let's look at this side. See if you can see that better with the sun. This is all propolized. Every surface in here is propolized. All right, and you can see right here, at least I hope you can, this is the frame rest, the frame holders. That's all propolized there. And they propolize along the edges. Now let me show you this real quick, and then I'll get back to another point. All right, now what I've been doing now to roughen up the interior of the hive is a little bit different. Okay. I actually got this at the blue big box hardware store. Okay, and it's a wire cut brush, and it's 3 inches in diameter. All right, well, not in diameter, you know what I mean. Yeah, in diameter. Okay, and that's what this looks like. It didn't come with the drill, promise. It's only about $5 or $6. But once again, you want to set this down on a flat surface. Okay, you want gloves and you want eye protection on. And all I do is I set it here, and then I just, Go all the way down. Okay, nice and slowly. Now this is going to jump around, so if you don't have the upper body strength to do this, I don't recommend that you do. And I definitely recommend the gloves, okay, and the eye protection. Always protect yourself. All right, now just keep going down all the way until it's done. Okay, this is actually, in my opinion, this seems to mimic rough cut cedar, okay? And as you know, rough cut cedar is pretty expensive, all right? But if you can see here, this is the flat side, then here's the side where I did that at. Okay, I'm just gonna move it a little bit so y'all can see. So I'm actually excited to see what they're gonna do with this. Here's another piece here. You can see that the grain is all, well, it was exposed before, but actually you can feel the grain in here now. So I really think they're going to put a thicker layer of propolis in there. And that's really going to be healthier for the hive. Okay. You know, European and American foul brood are still around, and the spores are deadly to a hive. And so they need all the protection they can get. Okay. All right, so I've shown you all that. Now, here are a couple of mistakes that I've made, all right, with these boxes. Okay, number one, you want to paint the edges, all right? I recommend when you paint your boxes that you use 3 coats of paint, okay? 1 coat of primer and 2 coats of paint. Now, I buy a pretty decent paint, so it has a built-in primer, so I just use 3 coats of that. Unless I'm recoating something else that has mold on it, then I'll sand that down, and then I'll apply a mold-killing primer, and then I'll recoat it. But so you see there where I didn't do this, and the reason you want to paint your edges is this is where they're going to wear. Okay, the wind's actually going to blow the rain in there, and it's going to expand and contract from the moisture, you know, with the changes in temperature, and it's actually going to start, you know, molding in there and then breaking down. Okay, now here's another thing too to watch out for. Okay, well, I can't see. All right, you see these gaps in this box here? All right, well, these joints aren't as tight as they used to be a couple years ago. So now they have gaps in them. You know, they just came that way from the manufacturer. What I should have done was applied some sort of filler to fill in these joints, then sand over it, and then I should have painted it. So I'm going to have to redo these boxes that I've got like this. On the bottom, all right, you can see where they propolized to right there, but they don't exactly didn't go all the way out over here. So I'm guessing this was the end that was facing north with all the propolis. All right, not as much here, and then there's more here. Okay. Another thing too is when we pry our boxes, another reason why you want to make sure you paint those corners and all the edges and everything is when we pry our boxes up, we're cramming the blade from the hive tool in there. We're actually creating a dog ear. There's actually more room in there for the wood to rot from the moisture. So be aware of that. Now, what I recommend for filling in the cracks on your woodenware. Okay, I just found out about this. An older gentleman told me about it, and it's been around for years, probably longer than I've been alive. But if you look at this right here, I've already filled in all my cracks. I've sanded it down, and this is it's a putty. I'll show you that here in a sec. It's nice and smooth. I can paint over this. Now, if you're putting on a really nice paint job, what you want to do after you sand here is you want to kind of blend in. So sand out here a little bit so that it blends in when you put on the paint, okay? All right, now this right here is Durham's Rock Hard Water Putty. Okay, and if you can tell from the picture that this has been around for a long time. But what I really want y'all to see is right here. Sorry, my neighbor's coming through here with the tractor. I'm going to pause this for a second. Okay, I think that's back on. Yes, it is. Sorry about that. I live out in the country and things like this happen. He's mowing his pasture. So the thing I want y'all to see here is, see that picture right there? This is actually used to fill the holes where the knots were in wood. So this is good stuff, okay? And what I really like about this is it's a powder. Okay, it didn't come with that little cup in there. All right, now with it being a powder, you don't have to worry about it retaining its moisture. You can mix it up anytime you want and it'll last for years if you put it, you know, inside the house. It calls for 3 parts powder to 1 part water. And if you think it's too loose, just throw some more powder in there. But looking at this, this has worked very well. I have 0 complaints about this. And I've actually been looking for a good putty. This right here, you can pick this up in the paint section. All right, this is great for opening your paint cans, and that right there. You don't mess up your lids. This is also in the paint section at the blue big box hardware store. That's where I got that. I don't know if it's at the other one, whether or not it is. What else can I tell you about all this? Yeah, I think that's it. So I hope this helps. Just be careful out there, enjoy yourself, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.